Hello, 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 and welcome to another RANGROOCAST with me, Rangaroo. I'm doing a replay that has been sent in by a 501 Crusader, and the map is Trondheim Conquest. On the NATO side we have McMacky, Joker, and 501 Crusade. On the Pact side we have Kikrotin, Omega, and srbislav, so I'm guessing he's Serbian. Speed things up and get things going. I actually haven't really done a map on Trondheim. Let me show you what it's really about. You have 3 points here for the Pact side, and then the 3 points here for the NATO side. Then you have these 2 points in the middle. Yeah, are really the contested zones. Echoes on top of the hill, which make it quite interesting. With slight advantage to India's side for getting it. And Foxtrot is this little lumber mill with a bridge on it, which has a very big advantage, I have to say, to Charlie, because once they capture Bravo, they have a bloody reinforcement point from Bravo into Foxtrot, so you can keep bringing in reinforcements ASAP, and they can also cover this little pathway which Pact may use. With the map all out of rain, let's speed things up. Away we go. Right off the bat. Anything? Yeah, do you have a plane? Do you have a MiG-21 BIS Lazarus? And that seems to be it. I think it's a ground attack no, it's just a complete air superiority fighter. Some artillery from off the bat. It seems like I'm not going to really be hitting anything new, as all the shots do go wide. Pact bringing a lot of infantry to cover their Gulf side here. Everyone's just moving into position. MiG-21 flying over, trying to shoot down a Huey. The F4 ICE is going to engage. And the Flak Panzers and Rolands. Yep, is it? No. Oh, you lucky git! The MiG-21 just barely getting out of there alive. I wasn't actually expecting that to live. The AVR being used now, it's a lot more popular plane. There's lots of air-to-air rockets, which are quite deadly. It's kind of like the Pact version of the J-35D Draken. And Pact has an awful lot of infantry in Gulf. They're going to set down and settle here. It's going to be very hard for NATO to attack it if they ever try to. MiG-29's flying over, intercepting. And yeah, here's a lot of T-34s and T-62s from Kikrotin. What is he gonna be doing? If he's doing a T-34 spam, and we might want to get the popcorn out. NATO's gonna be bringing up some TPZ Fuchs up here into Echo. Yet NATO is going to spot this absolute crazy rush, and they are popping over the hill. And those Fuchs are going to be fooked. Now from NATO we do have a bunch of Leopard 1A2s, which could be enough to really stop all of this. These J-34s are kind of crap dealing with any other tanks. Even one to scrap the Leopard 1A2. And they do have this overwatch position, and they are standing still, so they're not going to suffer accuracy penalties. We do have Apaches from Joker and an Alpha Jap, so this is going to get shut down quite quickly. And boom. Now making quite a bit of progress, show. Quite a bit indeed. You have more Apache being brought out. So God damn, they're bringing out all the helicopters just to deal with this. Bit overkill, but at least they're gonna get stopped. Up here, NATO managing to secure the Foxtrot side. MiG-29s are shooting down any NATO plane that do try to fly over. I believe it just shot down an F4 ICE, it seems. And now NATO do have a lot of helicopters that are going to try and stop this assault here from srbislav. Yak 38 is going to be dropping in. Yeah, is that napalm? No, it's bombs. It's HE bombs. Yep, bit of damage there. And this NATO Pact assault here is not going to go well. It's actually very hard to attack Alpha, because in Bravo there's a resupply point right next to it. So he can just keep bringing out stuff to stop this assault here. And it does get stopped indeed. TPC Fuchs moving up. 53's now knocking out his Urals, now trying to hit the Spetsnaz. Pact is in the lead at the moment as NATO doesn't have a CV in Foxtrot, but they are going to put one in there. Bunch of reserve infantry holding this little lumber mill area. It does go down. Artillery are going to try stunning in order to Roland. Pact is using these Anistias, which I believe are, these are kind of the cheap, crappy runs that aren't too accurate. But they'll be a lot more better in a closer range, I have to say. But you hardly see it's ever being used. Everyone prefers either using Danas or Machukas. Quite interesting indeed, and it seems like 501 Crusade is going to be counter-assaulting with his crap ton of Leopard Run A2s. We do have some infantry in Echo. There's not progress to try and stop this assault to the flamethrower tank, but it's going to be quite useful if he does burn this road here to stop any movement coming up. And the Leopards, are they going to crest the hill? The TP6 is taking in some of the first damage shots. And here they come, these FJBs over here, going to knock out his Jaegers. And away we go, we have Maltusian right here, can ray an RPG range to do a lot of damage. His Pragas can also join in on the fun. Flamethrower tank can come up and if he can just burn it right here into the piece of his gun. Quite good. He's Maltusian holding out quite well, just shooting RPG after RPG. You can see that 182s. I think this isn't going to go too well for NATO, to be honest. And not too well indeed. They're going to try falling back a little bit. Alpha Jet going to be bombing Yat. Plane flying right over, getting shot down, I believe, with a MiG-21. Just check the corpse. That's like a MiG-17. Yeah, and this NATO assault is gonna, NATO assault is going to fall back. A lot of flag pounders here from 501 Crusade, definitely trying to keep skies clear from nasty helicopters, airplanes. These are commanders in a very good spot as they can shoot down anything that comes along this road here. Peck off the Pact reinforcements as they do come by. Up with NATO's bound to try and make these guys raise some ammo, as well as some starships. We can see a long range of here. See Algala ATGM. Don't really see starships being used all too much, it's quite interesting. Very ugly tank here, very ugly tank. NATO recuperating their losses, going to be bringing up some more tanks on the bottom side of this hill on Echo. Got some M1 Abrams as well. And they're moving down here. I think what could really help the Echo side for NATO is probably some flamethrower tanks, some napalm bombers, some napalm buildings here, because these infantry are going to be their worst nightmare in trying to assault. Not these tanks, but the infantry. They're in close range where you can shoot at RPGs and do a lot of damage to anything that crests this hill, as you can see, due to all the corpses here. They're going to move over. Yeah, that was TPC stand a chance. And you have a second assault from NATO. And they're getting picked up by Run. Even Over here they're trying to move over the MD Concours and T-72s to quite a bit of damage. It's actually 24 MP and try and do some seed. It does get shot down to the Roland 2s. And Nato is actually going to be moving up down through his little Gulf. Joker moving in on Abrams, which is pretty good against the C-72s. And Pact is going to fall mackerel AA into the Gulf sector. You have Apaches also following in tow. MiG-27 going in for the gun run, knocking out 2 M1 Abrams in run. Very good job, yeah. Does manage to get a ray. But there is also sort of risk of moving up through here, because Pact still owns this hill. They can actually move their tanks onto this little crest and start shooting down at all the buggers. Su-22 trying to do some seeding against some Order 2 Rolands, doing quite a bit of damage, yeah, knocking out 1 or 2. Yeah, I believe Crusaders, every single type of leopard will run a number under the sun. Like 1A2, 1A3s, 1A4s. Good god. Enough jets bombing here, or cargoes, yeah. That's the knocking out CV in Gulf. Nato going to be gaining some points. The points they desperately need. Pact is going to be moving another CV into Gulf. So some better T-72s to hold the sector. Su-24M going to be dropping in some bombs. And a bit of damage to the SPC Lukes and Leopard 1A3. Mainly panicking and stunning them. But not really resulting too much. These BGS guys managing to flank around a little bit, but they are getting a bit burned by the T-62 flamethrower tank. Video proposal once again, they are going to get burnt. Yep. Almost walking into that napalm. Yep, and Avia finishes off with a 30mm gun run. And they are getting their tanks here. Yeah, Alpha Jet going to be bombing the CV once again. They have very good eyes on it. I think these Fern Spurs up here. They have very good eyes due to the Fern Spur and Akira. Yeah, that's pretty good range. It's a pretty good position actually. Yeah, it's a pretty bloody good position. Pretty good indeed. Up here, up north, not really much going on, not much changing. It's always usually stalemate up here because of this bridge. Pact never wants to move over it because it's a choke point, and infantry all around here can just shoot anything that does drive through. And then there's no point NATO moving through here because it's a long way to Juliet. So a lot of the action usually goes down here. There's Apaches knocking out the T-72s with the Hellfire missiles of yours, doing quite a bit of damage. The 15C Eagle trying to knock out a MiG-29 is going to evac. Trying to bring up a CV, but it did get destroyed. Yeah, C-72 CV here got just got completely hellfired as it was trying to get into the sector. And NATO is now in the lead due to harassment at Gulf. Pact is really might want to counter attack somewhere at some time, but the options are quite limited. Su-24 doing an en masse seed and run, yeah. Trying to get the Flak Pandas and Nighthawks and all of that. Now we do have some big guns from McMacky bringing out a Leopard 2A4. And we got a lot of T-34s again from Kikrotin. It's like 16 of them, good god. Not too much going on, just to speed it up a little bit. Just a lot of mortar fire back and forth. And NATO is going to be moving up. They are smoking the whole Gulf sector. Yeah, we do have these T-34s on the flank here. The Apache's going to be racing their ammo all on it, so sort of a good thing. Completely destroyed. These T-34s just charging right into the breach, not caring for their own personal safety. And just lots of fire from bloody everywhere. Pact moving. Oh, very good move here from srbislav, managing to shoot the side of all vehicles and using the shelter advantage to shoot down at all the enemy tanks. And this NATO assault did get thwarted. Oh, Pact did manage to recuperate some points. So they are now in the lead. Rotate dropping some napalm and AT bombs. And NATO is going to get pushed back, and I think, yeah, Pact is going to be counter-attacking. 14 minutes left on the clock. Still pretty neck on neck. It could be anyone's game. We have a lot of Cobras coming out. And they are going to be doing quite a bit of damage, so all the tanks are moving up. Tornado 1DS is also firing at Maverick missiles, and everyone just flying over. Then my shooting from far range, rockets and Matuka ATGMs. Mainly stunning all of these tanks with their dumbfire rockets. And Pact is making quite a bit of progress. They do have a lot of tanks now. The T-34s are taking all dumb fire. These M60 Starships getting awfully close. They are vulnerable to cannon fire. Yep, they are. Well, very good flank here from Leopard 2s. Trying to shoot downhill. They did get damaged a little bit. Now projecting will be flying over, we'll be dropping in the payload. Number 2 A4s. Doing what they do best, destroying tanks. Forced to fall back a little bit. These guys should really use some repair. Need to try and do a little bit of assault up here as well. They're not going to get too far, it seems, as Pact of our units will spread around as well as spawn points right here. Back down it says this is a complete bloody no man's land situation, and Kikrotin is going over the breach, over the top. Even the C-34s, how many does he have? I think he has like 2 cards of a 75 deck worth. And going over the breach like in World War 1, it does get you killed. As you can see, just all the dead, just look, all the dead things here. So many dead things. This complete little valley of death right here. Complete little valley of death. But anyway, back to the game. Nato can just knock out the CV and go for just a little bit. They can get the point chain to win. But if it does stay like this, it will technically be a draw. It's like a 5% points difference will mean it is a draw. Nato trying to move up through here. T-34s and T-62s moving over, but they're going to get destroyed by 11 1A3s and 11 2A4s. What he's shutting down at. And the NATO tanks falling back. It's complete back and forth between both forces. 2 minutes left on the clock. It's not really much time. I think that NATO are going to be moving up through here to more the 1A runs. It's completely getting quite far. Just driving right past the Pact defenses, yeah. It is kind of a home free to a CV. Oh! He could... No. There's going to get a helicopter. And he's going to get destroyed. Quite an awesome risky move, yeah, I had to say. Could have made it to Juliet. And we have a lot of NATO tanks here. And it's going to be a good game to Pact. I believe they are actually going to get the victory. Yes, they do. Managing to knock out that CV for a little bit. Very good match, I have to say. Good long 40-minute match in real time. No, pretty close in terms of kills. Lots of back and forth attacks from both sides. And yeah, this has been the RANGROOCAST. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.